Hello everybody, it's New from Nuvi Loves Luxury. I am sitting maybe quite awkwardly today. I feel awkward. I don't know what that is. Anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you could help my little baby channel out by just liking and subscribing. I'm at about 260. I know it's not many. I am trying desperately to get to 500 to do a giveaway, and then I would really ideally love to get to 1,000, and that would just be fabulous. I feel like that's a nice round number. Because then you're making content that people might actually be enjoying and watching. But for all of those who have been sticking with me, and there are a few of you out there, and I know in my last video I did a shout out to Stephanie. I want to do that again because she is such a kind viewer. But shout out to everybody else that have also been sticking with me. It's just been really fun. Most times I've had my ups and downs, but overall it's been really great. So today we're going to talk about who I am and why I have this YouTube channel, and just what do I do day to day? What does my life look like? And then why do I have luxury in my life? So I hope that you enjoy today and try to stick with me because it's just a bit of a chit chat really. Let's just chat. We might bring up a few topics that have been talked about lately, but yeah, I really appreciate you sticking with me. All right, let's get into today. Am I sitting awkwardly? I feel like I am. Who knows? I feel like I'm like hugging the couch. Anyway, stop it. Okay, so today, who am I? Well, my real name is Christina. I'm not going to share my surname, that's a bit weird. And I am one of 7 children. Well, 10 if you include some half siblings that I don't really know, so I tend not to. It's confusing. I have unfortunately lost 3 of my siblings. Sorry, my top up. I have 2 sisters that have since passed away, Jane and Donna, and I have a brother who I lost as well, and his name is Joseph. I still have Rosalind, Maria and Fiona, they're my other sisters, with me, and my mum is still alive, and she actually lives here. I built an extension of my home when she was unwell. She had cancer, and she's much better now, and she's cancer free, and she helps me more than I help her. I'm married and I have 2 children. It is my 2nd marriage, and I have 2 puppy dogs. They're 2 Maltese Shih Tzus, and I have 2 cats. The cats are older. One was my brother's that I took when he passed, and the other is my existing cat. At this stage, I love animals so much, it's a real passion for me, but I probably will not have any more animals until, well, one of my puppies are only like 2, so we've got many years yet. Who else am I as a person? With my children, I have 2 adult boys. They both have a disability. Well, they both have autism. One has an intellectual disability, which is my younger. He is 26, but he's capacity of around 2. And my oldest son is ridiculously intelligent, could probably beat any history professor in the world, and I'm not just being a biased mum. But he struggles with social and anxiety and a few other things. And so he's a really good kid, and he's so smart, and he's going to turn 30 this year, so it makes me feel really old. And my youngest son is unfortunately very, very unwell and is terminally ill, and I hate saying that out loud, but I'm trying to be really honest with you about who I am. I work full-time. I have always worked full-time. I took 2 stints off at 11 months each when I had my boys, and I've always worked full-time. I grew up poor, in a very large family and in a small country town in country Victoria in Australia. We certainly did not have any luxury items by any stretch, and sometimes we didn't have food. But we had a really happy childhood together, I would say that. There was ups and downs, as you have. I probably am the only person in my generations of family to ever attend university. Here in Australia it's called university, so you have primary school, secondary school and university. I did a degree in accounting and I majored in law. I then went further and did my CPA, so I'm an accountant. And then I worked very hard through the late 80s, 90s onwards, when it was difficult in a world that was dominated by men, to get to be the boss, if you like, and to be what I am today, which is the Director of Finance. There's different names for that. There's Chief Financial Officer, CFO, etc. So it's been really hard, and I've worked probably too much if I look back, and I probably at times have worked more than I have been a mum. But I love my boys and my family, and I probably in my 50s have realised maybe I have wasted some time, but you can't look back, you can't change the past. And unfortunately, due to probably growing up poor and wanting nice things and seeing other people have nice things, I certainly have gone down that road. It's what you're seeing. But yeah, I nerded up and I've kept a spreadsheet. I've probably paid my house off 3 times. I'm still paying it off. What does that mean? That means I've borrowed against the house again and again. And sometimes, I know it's funny, you do things yourself, but as an accountant, I would never tell anybody to do something that I've done. It's a bit like I'm good with other people's money and corporate world, but I'm not so good with mine. I certainly haven't done terribly. I do okay. I've got a nice car, or 2 cars because I really like cars. I've got nice things. I've got nice handbags, which I love. And my boys have got nice things, but you can't buy health, you can't buy happiness. And I'm now probably, you think when you're young that there's plenty of time. There's plenty of time to pay the house. There's plenty of time to pay the car. And what you soon do is you blink and you're of a certain age and you're a bit tired and you think, I wish I'd just stayed and paid the house off and never re-borrowed. I wish I hadn't have bought half the things I bought. But do I get enjoyment out of them? It's too late to go back and say, well, I've done it now. So hence this video and this channel. Why am I doing it? I just really did it because I enjoyed watching other people with luxury items. I probably, if I'm honest, enjoy the people that are a bit more like me. Maybe we do that, where it's you've worked hard or maybe been poor or you haven't always had the opportunity, and you're probably that sort of mid-range. You are certainly into, by no imagination, rich, but good on you if you are. But you like and enjoy luxury items, but you're just a mainstream everyday person like me. That's what I think. And I probably enjoyed watching that content. And then I found myself that it was one way or the other. It was either people that seemed, because you don't always know perception, a lot of money, and it just seemed like I couldn't relate. And I thought, I wonder if I put some content up about just what I consider an everyday person who've just found myself loving luxury items. And I've always liked handbags and crystals and, things like that, like crystal glasses and Swarovski and things and perfumes. And, I wonder if other people would be interested in watching, just a plain person like me. I also like beauty products. I have so much makeup. And, it's been a hit and miss. I certainly haven't had the subscribers I wish that I'd had. I think when I do unboxings, and I hear a lot of people say this, that you get a lot of views, but I'm not in a financial position to do unboxings every day or every week or every month for that matter. And look, I probably could, but I also found myself last year at a point that I have enough handbags. And unless I'm going to sell some, I'm starting to be where I'm not using them. And I can tell you, I use the same handbags. And so then I started pulling back and going, what am I doing? I found myself sometimes going, am I buying handbags to grow a YouTube channel? Because that's not why I started, so stop doing it. Or watching other people on YouTube, I started feeling like, oh yeah, I need to do that. And then I was like, took a step back over the last few months and thought, no, people will watch me because they're just interested in what I have to chat about and to share things about my life, or they won't watch me at all, and that's okay. If I lose joy of doing this, then there'll be no point doing it. So, yeah, I've had to stop and take stock of what was I doing this for, and not just sit there and look at how many views I got. Honestly, if I get one view and people enjoy that, great. So to continue with the who am I and the luxury items, I probably realised that half of my lifestyle doesn't really need me to have such luxury items, because where do I go? Having a son who's very, very unwell, working full-time, mainly from home these days, 95% of my work is in my office here, and I connect with my team via Teams, and I only do a few days a year collabing together in person. Why do I have all these handbags? Then when I do that, I use my work bag, which is a luxury one. You've heard me talk about the Ribso. So then I found myself going, stop it, pay your house off. If I paid my house off again, which, you know, a few years away, if I just wait, I keep telling myself, wait until next Christmas, not, you know, Christmas 25, then I could just use all of my pay to buy whatever handbag I want. What am I doing? Am I doing it for YouTube? Am I doing it for myself? I don't know. And it's an interesting topic. What are you guys doing it for? How many is enough? I don't know. I listen to Jessie, she's an Australian girl, Jessie Style. She often talks on these points about how hard it is to stop shopping, because I think if you grew up like me, poor and didn't have things, you want that feeling of the time of being able to walk in a boutique and being treated special, like you do have something, like you are worth something. But buying a luxury handbag doesn't make you worth. It's just something you buy. I love it and I get enjoyment. Sometimes I just come in and I play with my bags and I look at them, and that gives me a lot of joy. I don't smoke. I do drink, but not a lot. And I don't really, I'm home a lot. I'm home because of my son. You have to get expert carers, so it's not easy for me just to go, oh, I'm just going to go up the shops. I have to get a carer to come in. I have to get help. It's hard to go away on holidays or weekends. I think you would have all watched that I do go to Bali. Please check them out, which I've just booked for. But yeah, my life is not what it may appear on YouTube. I certainly work in excess of 50, 60 hours a week easily. I am home most of the time. As I said, I don't often get to go out very much. I have one major holiday a year. And my son's really sick, so I spend my life looking after my boys and family. So when I put my son in bed, sometimes my husband and I, we get to go out. I go out with a group of girlfriends. We try to go out for a dinner once every 5 weeks. My husband and I, we try to go out and I like a cocktail, so we'll go out and try a few cocktail bars. I live in country Victoria, so there's not a lot of that. And yeah, I just enjoy family. So it's interesting because talking about holidays, I always have to book a holiday, something to look forward to. So I've just booked for October, and we're going to fly to Singapore. I'm going to spend, and I've been there, I think this is my 5th time. I'm going to spend about 4 days, I think, in Singapore. Then we're going to fly from Singapore to Bali. You knew that would be in there. And then I'm going to spend a couple of weeks in Bali. And I am super excited to do that. And the prices of everything have doubled, and in this current economy it is insane, but I'm doing it. Hence why I have tried not to buy any more handbags at the moment. I bought the LV Agenda the other day. I bought my husband a wallet. Please go and check out that video. But I just figure I'm enjoying my bags so much that, do I need to? If there's something I really love, yeah. But I think what I will do, and I'll try to film it, is in October when I'm in Singapore. I hope the Christmas stuff's out by then. You know how excited I get about that. I will most 100% definitely be buying a Louis Vuitton Christmas item. I don't know what, probably another Pochette because I love them so much. But I also hope to buy some sort of bag when I'm in Singapore. My first ever bag, which was an Elma, I bought in Singapore, and I loved it so much. And I love the Singapore Marina Bay Sands shopping centre. So I'm going to try to video there. I hope you guys are really interested in that, but of course that's several months away at the moment. It's not till October, but look out for that one, it's coming. So let me talk you through my morning. So today it's Sunday. I got out of bed, my husband went up, got me McDonald's. In Australia we say Macca's, so he went and got me some Macca's coffee. My little puppy sat there staring at me, wanting to know if they had any burgers. I then got up, and because my son is non-verbal, he can't feed himself, he can't shower himself, and he can't go to the toilet himself, and he's very unwell. So my morning consists, not like other people on a Sunday, it consists of, I got out of bed, I went and woke him up, I got him out of his bed, and I'm sorry if this gets a bit personal, I needed to toilet him, which the bed linen every day needs to be washed, so I think you know what I'm saying. Put on the gloves and put him into the shower. So I've got a disability bathroom. Went into the bathroom with him, cleaned him up, which takes a lot. He's a grown man, even though he's only a capacity of about a 2-year-old, but his body is a grown man, so toileting is not pleasant, but it's what you must do. And then I cut his hair this morning because I can't take him into a hairdresser because he is, not only is he sick, his autism and his intellectual disability, he can be quite violent, and he's quite a big 6'1", so that's just a no-go. I've learned to cut his hair, probably not well. So I gave him a haircut this morning, I got him in the shower. I have to shower him, he doesn't know how to do that, so I washed his hair, gave him a shave because his body is that of a man, so I need to shave him. I then dress him, deodorant, etc. And then I have to go and make him breakfast. So I made him on a Sunday, he gets a special treat. Because he's so sick, he loses a lot of weight quickly. So I make him scrambled eggs with lots of cheese and butter and, all those sort of things. He sat down and he had that, and I've got his special treat, which is a Macca's apple pie. He loves those. And so while he was eating, I went into his bedroom. I have to strip his bed. We have to wash his linen, obviously from toileting. I use Glen 20 and I disinfect his whole room every day, disinfect his carpets, open his blinds, make his bed, make it all nice and fresh and beautiful for him to go in there, because he also uses that as a lounge room for himself. When he finished eating, he's now sitting, I've taken his blood pressure, his heart. I must say his blood pressure was very high for him. It was 160 over 110 for those interested. Not great. His resting heart rate is around 110. His heart is like he's doing a marathon all the time. He's just very sick. His kidneys are slowly failing. But he's happy and he smiles. And so today he's in his room, he's watching Shrek at the moment, and he's just playing with some puzzles. So that's what a day looks like. It's not very glamorous, it's not very luxurious. And then I've come in here and I'm doing this YouTube channel about who am I and how does luxury fit in my life. So that's who I am. Tomorrow I will get up, I will have a carer here for him. They will come in and they will shower him tomorrow because it's a work day. So I will get up and I will start at about 8 o'clock in the morning because I'm not a morning person. And I will go to my desk, which is over there, and I will start my work. And tomorrow I'm interviewing a team because I am so tired and I need additional accountants. So I'm interviewing tomorrow. And then I will work all day, and I'll probably work until 5, 6 o'clock at night. I will come out, we will have dinner, and I most likely will look at work again. I'll try and edit some videos, go to bed, and do it again the next day. And that's what my everyday looks like. Sometimes, so next weekend, my sister, she's really into caravanning. Hey, what country are you from if you're watching this? And I hope somebody's stuck with me and they're watching. Do you guys do caravanning? It's a really big thing in Australia. So we buy caravans, we tow them around with our big 4-wheel drives, and we go and stay in places. Now, I say we, I don't do it, but everybody in the world does it in Australia. Everyone in the world in Australia, it makes no sense. But I have been looking lately to caravan. I haven't been able to do it because I just explained. My life is one of my son. I can't go anywhere without getting carers. It's very, very difficult, okay? But my sister, who I get along with really well, her name's Fiona, she's been doing it for years. She did it when her kids were little. She does it with her husband. They just recently took long service leave. I don't know if you get that in anywhere else, but you work for so many years, you build up, you accrue time, and she took off 12 months paid leave, her and her husband, and they travelled around Australia in their caravan, so they towed their caravan. And but a lot of people do little trips too. So one of my, which is my heritage, the mountains, the Halls Gap, it's called, the Grampians National Park, it calls me all the time and I need to go there. So next weekend I've teed up someone to look after Jessie, and I'm going to stay in a cabin, and my sister's going to meet me up there with her caravan, and we'll sit out and we'll have drinks and we'll hopefully have a campfire. We're going to take our push bikes. I've got the one with the battery, you know, it helps me pedal. And she's really fit. She does trekking in Nepal and all that. So we'll go and do some bushwalks. She'll walk for hours. I'll die in a heap and have to go back and have a drink of wine. But, you know, it's something, it'll be so fantastic to spend time with her and my brother-in-law, and then my husband will go. So that will be next weekend. So I'm really looking forward to that little break and not thinking about work or computers or, you know, finance or anything. Just get away. But again, my lifestyle, I probably will, but what do you need? I wouldn't take a luxury bag. Like, it seems odd, right? What I probably need is a backpack. The one thing I don't own is a luxury backpack. I need one. I've got a backpack, but it's not a luxury one. It's a travel one because I don't want people to steal it, I suppose. Is that a funny thing? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I think I tend to wear my handbags anywhere. I don't care if it's a luxury place or it isn't. I will probably take, let me grab it. Where is it? Oh, I'm having a moment. I can't find it. It's my Felici. Oh yeah, I found it. Most likely when I go to the Grampians, I'm probably going to take, oh, let me come up close. What am I doing? My little Felici. Now you'd be thinking, why in your right mind, who in their right mind would take this camping? It's because it's such a great crossbody. This goes with my belt. I've got my Louis belt on today, actually. It goes with it nicely. Anyway, so it's because it's crossbody and I can actually walk. This is going to sound ridiculous. I can walk in the bush with it, but now I'm standing thinking about that. Maybe, because I never take it. I love that Prada bag so much. Maybe I actually will take this Coach bag that I have never used. Or I used once. I actually put this little, what do you call that thing? Little, I don't know. That, what's that called? Pearly pretend thing. Maybe I'll take this, because this doesn't really matter if it gets ruined. I shouldn't say that out loud, should I? Anyway, let me sit back down. So, yeah, luxury. That Capucine, and if you've watched my videos, you've probably heard me go on and on and on and on and on about that bloody Capucine, right? But I did have an offer that a lady was going to swap it for the trunk, you know, the Louis Vuitton trunk, and it's got all of the, I suppose, jewellery box. Anyway, and I really thought about it because those trunks are about $10,000 or $11,000, and I was like, yep, that sounds good. But then I thought, you know what? As much as I whinge and carrying on this Capucine that I never use, there will come a time, like, I'll probably, maybe, might take it to Singapore when I go. I mean, where better place than to walk around Sentosa and Marina Bay Sands with a beautiful Capucine? I don't know. I don't know if I will, because then I've got to take it through the airports and, I don't know. Anyway, I decided not to do it because I thought I will never buy another Capucine again. I won't. I 1000% will not. But it is beautiful and I do love it, and there might come times where I can use it, you know, if I go out somewhere. But I seem to be doing that less and less, so hence why I won't buy Hermes. It just doesn't make sense to me. I will never wear it. Anyway, shut up, Christina, stop going on about it. So, look, to keep on track with today's video, luxury, I just love it because I do, because I enjoy it. Do I really have the lifestyle? Not anymore. Back before COVID, my job used to have lots of conferences and nights out, and they were pretty fancy, and I would have got a better opportunity then to be able to have these luxury items. But right now, my life seems to have changed. Whoever thought I would be caravanning or camping, if you like? Well, not camping. I'm going to stay in a cabin. Let's be honest. I'm not camping. But yeah, to even be contemplating buying a caravan, I'm like, what am I going to do with my luxury items? You know what? I'm not going to do anything. I love them so much. I enjoy them. I still do go out. We still go out for dinners, and I'm just going to bloody well carry them wherever I want. I also still want more. There's wish bags, is that a thing? There's still things that I want. There's still makeup I want. There's still Shein. Oh my lordy. I am enjoying Shein. And everybody, just take note. I am not saying Shine anymore. I'm saying Shein because a few people have told me it absolutely is Shein. So that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, so I hope that today you've got a little bit more of an insight into, I feel like a little Oompa Loompa sitting on this bit of the couch like this. It's very low. But anyway, I hope you've got an insight into who I am, what my life actually really looks like, what my house looks like. That was the video that I just posted prior to this one. Check it out because, yeah, I think sometimes you can think that you know somebody on the screen, but you don't. And an example of that is Jessie from Jessie Style. I look at her and she is quite stylish. I really like lots of things about her. And she's so knowledgeable, but she has all these Hermes bags, and they're not cheap ones, right? So they're really expensive ones, and they're lovely. And she loves them so much, and you can see the joy. But who is she as a person? She constantly says, I don't really have the lifestyle for these bags. I don't really use them. And I feel like I connect with her. I do, because it's the same for me. I think people see me. I drive a Mercedes. I have these Louis Vuitton handbags. I like nice-ish clothes. I don't know if that's true. And people assume something, but the honest truth is 95% of my time I sit in my house with my family, with my disabled sick son, my husband, and I work, and I don't really go anywhere very much. So, yeah, I just wanted to share who I was and a little bit of luxury today. Do you think I'm crazy? If you are still watching, thank you, can I say? And if you are still watching, I would like to know, what bag would you take, I don't want to say camping because it's not camping, but to a caravan park, to a cabin, you know, with your family that are coming in a caravan and want to go out and walk in the bush and sit at a campfire and have a few wines, that sort of thing. What bag would you take? And would you even take a bag? Would it be that I need to buy, for those occasions, a Louis Vuitton backpack or something? I don't know. Can you just tell me what you think? Should I just not take any? Or maybe take something like, you know, Kate Spade or one of these, you know, just, you know, no-name type of handbags? I don't know. Anyway, I hope that you've got a better insight into who I am and why I'm here, and thank you for watching today. I really appreciate anybody that has stuck with this video. And again, if you could help me out by subscribing, telling a friend to subscribe, and commenting below, especially about the what do you do camping sort of thing. And yeah, I really want to say thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.